All right, guys, Malcolm came up with this awesome idea of doing a video series called Send Off. So basically, before the car leaves, we do a quick little video about anything we can think about that we did to the car, or it's basically like a car check, except we don't really know all the details. So we'll just do a recap of what we did and tell you more about the vehicles before they leave our facility. So let's get into this one. We are here in New Jersey on a beautiful day. It's freezing. So it just so happens we finished this car in December. So this is Chris Coy's car. It's a car. I don't know the fucking year of the car. So, do you know the year? Okay. One sec. Chris, what year is the car?
No idea.
No one knows. All right, I'm back. So this is Chris Coy's 1989 Nissan Silvia. This whole car has been redone. Literally, pretty much everything. So as you know, a 1989 comes with a CA18. This now has an SR20 in it. Let's start with the outside, since that's the part we're looking at right now, and that's the part we had the least amount of involvement with. So the whole exterior of the vehicle was done by Superlife. You got to check them out on Instagram. It's a shop down in, I think, Central Jersey area. He does a bunch of awesome work for JDM cars in the tri-state area and probably all over the country. So we'll probably just start with his little things that he did to this car, because it's easier to talk about someone else's work instead of our own. So as you can tell, he redid the two-tone on the car. So I believe this is a factory color, but he just redid everything. The whole car was repainted. They also redid the black factory line that goes around the side. He even, I'm pretty sure Kay said he didn't like the sticker or something, or you couldn't get the sticker. So he literally went in there and like copied the exact font and filled it out himself. Pretty interesting. So the main thing about this car is the two-tone goes all the way to the engine bay and some parts underneath the car. So if you notice, you can like see under here, the two-tone doesn't end on the outside of the car. It goes on the inside of the car too. So it's like on the lower rad support, it's on the frame rails down here, and it's even dividing the firewall down there in the back. So that's just something that they did to make it unique, and it definitely makes it unique. When we saw the car get dropped off, it was pretty interesting to see the two-tone go into the engine bay as well. Also, another thing he did was it's two-toned under the fender as well. So under the fender, behind the aero, same with the side skirts. So it's two-tone under there. So if you take all the aero off, it's still a two-tone car. The interior of the car is not completed yet, so we'll touch on it, but we're not gonna do a full reveal or a car check portion of the inside. But we just wanted to film this video so that we could get something down and get something on the YouTube before Chris picks his car up tomorrow, because it's been here for a couple months. Before we jump to the engine bay, let's go over the wheels. They're obviously Blitz Techno Speeds. I don't know if they were rebuilt. Actually, they were rebuilt, I believe. So these are not the factory lips and barrels. Barrels might be factory. They look factory. I think the barrels are factory. But the lips, I'm not quite sure of. He's also got, what is it? Project Kicks lug nuts that are really nice. I think they're the two-piece ones that you could actually take the cap off, and then you have the actual lug nut underneath. That's like the most expensive lug nut you can get. We have some of those in stock right now. But yeah, as far as the wheels, you would think I would know sizes and shit, but I don't. Call it vapor hone? He had everything vapor honed and then zinc blasted? Zinc coated? He had everything vapor honed and then zinc coated, so to get you that OEM look. that everyone loves. So this engine pretty much looks brand new. I mean, there's no other way to say it. And then he just gave us boxes and boxes of parts, and anything he didn't have, we were able to source. So yeah, it was a process. He even had the Wiring Specialties harness, so we didn't have to worry about that. So Chris figured out a lot of stuff, but we had to pretty much put it all together and just button it up. So I'm just gonna start from, let's start from passenger side and work our way over to the driver's side, and I'll just mention random ass things that we see. You might want to come on this side. So the first thing is this intake that we constructed. So we just got a regular bend aluminum pipe here, put some bead rolled the front and the back of it, and then Ethan, our fabricator, decided, we had this random piece of metal laying around from another project that had our logo on it. He decided he could use that as a bracket for the intake. So basically welded that on there, used a little OEM rubber grommet that we have in stock for things like the power steering can, and basically fabricated our own little intake. This is a bottom mount S15 turbo that's on here, using a Tomei Extreme manifold. That thing's breaking in, so it looks all crazy right now. Intercooler kit was, originally the intercooler kit was a Blitz intercooler kit, but Chris bought one for a S14 engine. So what I always tell people is you want to keep the intercooler kit matched with the chassis because all the pipes are the same length. So we got a Greddy intercooler kit. We had one in stock, so we put that in here. And Chris actually let us use the Blitz cold pipe, and we kind of chopped it, fabricated our own connection to the Greddy kit, and put his HKS blow-off valve on that pipe because it just looked better down there. It fit better. There was room. Everything over here is kind of cluttered, and putting a blow-off valve on this hot pipe tends to be a little ridiculous looking because the blow-off valve is so big compared to the size of this. So anyway, what else did we do on this car? Stock power steering reservoir, no cooler or anything like that. This car's not being drifted, so he's just building it as like a show car. So stock setup, replacement lines. What else did we do? Chase Bay's high pressure line. Yeah, actually, the Chase Bay's high pressure line was the nicest part of this power steering kit because we had to figure out a way to basically replicate that factory hard line that runs under the subframe because it's right-hand drive. So Chris ended up making it look really nice under there. We used some P-clamps and stuff like that to hold the line to the subframe. What else did we do under here? He's got a catch can up here. Do you know if this is GK Tech? It does? Okay. I didn't know if this was GP Sports or GK Tech, but honestly, GK Tech kind of just replicated the GP Sports one, so it could be either one. Ran the lines over here, put some heat wrap on the lines just so they don't get all messed up and dry rotted. Moving more to the left, like I said, engine is kind of unknown. He said bottom end is OEM, top head's got some kind of Mosworks head package. Everything else is pretty much factory. I mean, I know he's got injectors in here, but they are side feeds, so it's nothing crazy. And then moving even further to the left, oh, he's also got a Greddy pulley kit on this car. So water pump, alternator, power steering pulleys. That's the Greddy kit. Moving further over, we start getting to the stuff that Chris was really focused on when the car first got here, trying to figure out where we're going to put the oil relocation and the FPR. So sorry guys, you gotta mind my voice right now. It's freezing out here. Malcolm's shivering, so he's gonna have to use the stabilization on the camera, and I can hear it in my voice. But yeah, so he running these lines. I remember Chris was like, he would come into the office. Oh, it's not looking good. I don't know. I can't do it. I don't know where to run the lines. Anyway, he figured out where to run them. This looks really nice and OEM. And these are all R9 fuel lines, so if you wanted to drift this thing, it would pass Club Loose Tech. What else? Anyway, that's Tomei FPR. That's a Greddy oil filter relocation. That's an AEM oil pressure sensor. This is a Greddy oil filter to top it off. What else? Let me fix that real quick. Someone was trying to jump this thing. There's always something with these cars. Okay. Another thing to point out is customer supplied us with this Chase Bays coolant overflow tank. We didn't know where the fuck to put this, and this spot ended up working out perfectly. It's a little slightly cocked to the left, but it almost fits perfectly in between the fender liner and the radiator. So this is actually kind of a nice piece. I used to talk a lot of shit on Chase Bays, but I don't know. The more shit I see lately, I think they kind of upgraded a lot of their stuff. This is a really nice product. It's an overflow tank, but it looks like a catch can almost because, you know, you wouldn't understand how it's going to overflow, but I believe it comes out of this cap. So, how cold are you right now?
I'm really cold. I can't feel my hand.
It has Haltech's wideband sensor all connected, so this car will run in closed loop, which is actually pretty cool. So now it's almost like a modern day car when it's cruising down the highway, adjusting, using the AFR to adjust the fuel and everything like that. I don't tune cars, don't ask me details on that. And what else does it have? It's got some old gauges in there. When he brought it by, he had like 7 boost gauges. I don't know why, but he had a lot of gauges. Chris was like, why do we have 20 gauges in here? I'm like, I don't know. But he had a really cool old Tomei gauge that I'm going to try to steal from him. Hopefully he tells me I can have it, but we'll see. I'm going to show you guys the inside. It is not complete. The customer is going to complete it, so keep that in mind. But we got some Recaro seats in here that look expensive and old. Look at these little things in here. That's sick. So these things are pretty old school. An awesome Nardi steering wheel with a super cool Tomei horn. I wish I had something like that too. Top secret floor mats, which are awesome. It's missing a bunch of panels under here. It's not complete yet. Mint dashboard. Don't really see that often. Yeah, the interior is just mint. So, oh, how did we forget? There's two-tone in the door jamb. Literally two-tone all over the car. So that's another piece that Super Life did. Malcolm has his gloves now, so now he's a little warmer. What else? I think we got, what kind of coilovers we got? Cusco? I think we got Cusco coilovers on this thing, which is pretty cool. Definitely rare. Downpipe? What downpipe we got? Ooh, powered by Max downpipe, my favorite one. So that's on there too. We got some heat shielding on the heater core hoses. Let's keep moving around to that side. See if we missed anything. Koyo radiator, of course. Blitz cap. Shit looks nice. That engine bay looks real clean. Back of the car, we got some type of D-Max style taillights. It looks like very clean on the rear. No badges or anything. Just the Silvia trunk latch right here. Nice and clean. Exhaust. Oh, he told me the exhaust was some old. I think it's an old HKS high power or something. It's old, so he's not. I think he might change that exhaust. But yeah, that pretty much. I mean, that pretty much sums up this car. Really clean car. I'm glad we got the chance to work on it. And you know, I just realized there hasn't been one train this whole time, which is insane. Tell me it's coming now. We better hurry up. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about this car, leave it in the comments below. Maybe we can get Chris on here sometime to talk about his own car because he'll know more about it than me. Hopefully do a proper car check video. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Hopefully we got some more coming out. If you guys want us to build you a cool drift car, cool S chassis, cool anything that's JDM, please shoot us an email. Let us work on it. These are our slow months, January, February, March. So get it in here and do it the faction way. Bye.